we are ready to plaster our armature. So you are going to have these paper strips, and then you will also have a bucket of our plaster mixture. For each strip, you can tear it to whatever size you need. You will dip it into the mixture, and then you'll make sure, using your hands, you'll make sure that there are no lumps of the mixture on your paper. You want it to be a pretty thin coating, and it will coat your paper really quickly. So wipe off the excess using your fingers just like this, making sure your whole paper is covered in the mixture. Then you are ready to start wrapping your armature. So you're going to want to make sure it's nice and smooth. Use your hands to smooth all of the lumps out, all of the wrinkles, and then you're just going to go ahead and cover the entire armature. Maybe 2 layers is probably a good goal. Really just making sure you have the whole thing covered, and rip papers as much as you need to be like the correct size. And just repeat this process until your entire armature is really smooth. There are no lumps of the plaster mixture, and it's all wrapped in our little paper strips. This is obviously a very messy process, so if you're wearing long sleeves before you get started, make sure they are rolled up. If you have a jacket, I would just take it off and put it on your stool while you work today. As you start working on the cone of your armature, you might want pretty small strips of paper just so that you can fully cover this without getting too many wrinkles. Again, you can obviously use your hands to just smooth out the wrinkles. Do that as much as possible. You know, it's okay if your armature is a little bit lumpy at the end, but if you take your time, you can really rub out those seams and make sure that they're not very visible when it's time for this to sit and dry. So don't forget to cover the base of your armature as well. Like I said, definitely 1 good coat, maybe even 2 coats of your newsprint. And then I would say the last step would just be to dip your finger into the plaster mixture and just kind of, again, go over all of those seams, making sure that nothing is poking out. It should be decently smooth today when we are all done. We'll go ahead and store this sitting up just like this with a sticky note with your name on it. That way we know whose it is when it's done drying next time.